At least a dozen communities have declared states of emergency.
For the third straight day, as many as 300,000 residents have been unable to bathe, drink, or cook with tap water.
The same system that left hundreds of thousands in the dark in Ontario pounded parts of Quebec today, leaving thousands here too without power.
Oh, we're basically just coming out here and testing our gear. We consider like a big camping trip. Out here testing your sleeping bags or your reflector blankets, your shelter building, your tarp building. I think what you mainly take away is self-confidence, or the knowledge that what you thought might have been good is not quite what you live up to expectations. So with that case, then you'll know to enhance your skills or enhance your equipment. I used to think of Survivalist, I didn't like the name. I thought it was somebody up on their mountain with this foxhole dug out there trying to protect themselves with their M16s kind of stuff. Any term's fine as long as the meaning. My thought for prepping is people like 100 years ago, they were basically preparing. They'd make quilts from old clothing. I mean, they just use what they have and not be quite so much of a throwaway society. That's, to me, you're preparing. We're preparing for a blackout, preparing for the apocalypse. It's up to the individual. Me, I just like to be prepared for if something goes wrong, you know, short term.
By 9 this morning, hundreds had lined up, but the grocery carts everyone came for didn't last, and ultimately, it was chaos.
What surprised me was all the people that lost their food. I mean, it's the wintertime. We went out because it was ice storm. We just grabbed all that ice from the roads and from our trees and put it in our cooler and brought our regular food down the basement, and all our frozen food we just put out in an animal-proof container outside. I mean, that surprised me. It's the disconnect people had about, you know, how to keep your food cold. I think the big priority that people always seem to forget in their survival equipment is a nice metal pot. We take that so much for granted, but you don't want to make a basket and put hot rocks in there to boil your water. You want something to boil your water instantly.
This is actually so comfortable.
I try to have a positive attitude, where I think some preppers may also have a negative thought of they're sure something's going to go wrong and they want to be the best at it in case it does. But I think if we all have positive attitudes, yes, I'm going to be rescued after 3 days, or yes, the power's going to come back on, that positive attitude is going to see you through.
How am I doing as a prepper interview? Hi, my name's Che and I'm with the Ontario Prepper Survival Network. And we're with the community group today, which is allowing us to use their facility to package and can goods, which have a shelf life of up to 30 years. So cleanliness is number one, followed by safety with respect to using the equipment. And other than that, we're all having a good time. So me personally, I have tried the refried beans and apple slices, and they're good. They're good. They're okay. They're all right. I would definitely enjoy eating that rather than nothing, I guess we could say. And 2 milk for Che. I'm just a civil-minded, logical person that sees, okay, we've had disasters in the past. We're probably going to have some sort of disaster in the future. Doesn't it make sense to have a few preps on hand so that if something does occur, I have the ability to take care of my immediate family? That's really what it's all about. It's just controlling my own self-sustainability. It's putting the power back in my hands without having to rely on anybody else.